My name is Julie, and I have two children who went to St. Matthew from preschool through 8th grade. Not Lutheran. I just put my son in when he was 4 because I felt it was a good, safe place for him to be. And it turned out to be so much more than that for me and my family. Both of my children are in public school now, and I asked them before I came here today if they were glad they went to St. Matthew, and they both said yes. My husband was diagnosed with a brain tumor when my kids were very young at St. Matthew, and for 14 months I felt a lot of, they became my family that got me through a lot of trips to doctors and chemo and surgeries. My children saw how people are supposed to treat others that are going through a difficult time, and I pray that they will do the same for someone else someday. When Brian died, I was so glad that I had my kids at St. Matthew. Not just because people did all the right things you're supposed to do and were an example to my kids, but because I think education is not just whether you learn math, you're learning who you are and who God wants you to be. And I think they would not have learned that if they hadn't been at St. Matthew. And I think back to how hard it was for my kids to go back to school after that. And yet, every teacher was praying for them. Every kid knew their dad and knew what had happened. And I think they felt very loved there. There's never a time where you think you have enough money to pay the tuition. In fact, there was a time when Brian was really sick that someone else paid my tuition, and I never found out who it was. People would ask me, well, why would you spend the money? You're not even Lutheran. And I think because I wanted my children to be well-rounded, healthy people, not just smart kids. And I think that they hugely benefited by the sacrifice of sending them there.